Hey guys, it's Kristin at Decorator's Warehouse, and today I'm going to share with you the sweetest design. It's our Santa Sweet Shop bundle, and I know you're going to love it. It's all things girly, and it's so fun. So we'll be walking you through the 4-step process. It's a way of layering, and it's a super simple technique to help you achieve a designer tree of your dreams. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll jump in on the first step, which is our tree topper. We are channeling our inner girly today, and we are going so fun sweet shop, pinks and blues. I think you're gonna love this design. We're elevating it a little bit by bringing in the champagne. So I can't wait for you to see what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with step 1. So if you're new here, we use a 4-step process to decorating. It's just a way of layering that really breaks it down and makes it so easy to obtain. So the first step is our Christmas tree topper. And I'm gonna jump up on a ladder here in a second, but we're gonna be using these 3 pieces, which this is our floral cluster. You'll see me refer to that later on, but we've got a nice little leafy spray. This one's good because it's bulkier, and then we'll have the florals that'll cap us off at the top. All right, in addition to my clusters, I have 3 other stems. This one's nice. We're looking for height on our topper pieces, so this one's got a lot of height in these fun little wispy pieces. And then this one, which I love, and this one too. So I'm gonna be using 3 of all of these stems. I would use 5 if you're doing a 12-foot, and then 3 also works for a 7.5-foot. It helps you maintain that symmetry all the way around. So I'm gonna jump on a ladder and we'll go ahead and place these sprays. Okay, and I'm coming in with my leaf stem next, so you can just kind of open that up. We're gonna place them in between the ones that are already placed. I really love the champagne in there because it really takes it to the next level and elevates it. And the 3rd spray I'm gonna put in is this adorable snowflake. I love the pop of pink and I love the fun pattern. So we're gonna go ahead and run those straight, pull these out. And guys, I love to eyeball it too as I'm going. So occasionally I'll get down off the ladder, get on the ground level, check for symmetry, and it's totally okay to move things around if you don't like the way it's laying out. Completely part of the process. I do it all the time too. Okay, my next spray is this really pretty champagne one. Pull these little like whispers forward because that's gonna give it such a nice texture. But I have 3 of these too, and I'm gonna go ahead and place them in between the ones that are up here. If you like a fuller topper too, I'd recommend going like 5 to 7 pieces on a 9-foot tree. That's gonna give you a bigger kind of poof at the top. We like big toppers too, but this is a little more simplistic. And then my last spray is this adorable cookie stem. It's got little gumdrops and again, kind of this nice wispy texture. So we're gonna go ahead and place 3 of these as well. Okay, all my sprays are placed. I love the way it's looking. I'm gonna go ahead and add these flowers right here at the base of the topper. I'm gonna do 1 kind of on each side. That'll provide a great transition into the body of the tree. And then I'm also gonna pop some ribbon in here. I love ribbon and I love like what it does to the design. So I'll show you kind of how to work with the ribbon starting at the top and then going through the body of the tree. So what I've done, I'm gonna bend the head out. And then I'm gonna run this stem straight along the pole. These florals are so fun. I love the sprinkles, super cute. And then that gives me a perfect spot to tuck the ribbon in right here. Let me go ahead and place the other 2 and then we'll move into step 2. All right, my topper's done. I'm moving into my favorite step. It's our ribbon layer. I love, love, love ribbon for what it can do to design. I also think it's the best value on a tree because it fills up a lot of area of your tree. So real quick, let me talk about how we pattern match. So the ribbon that I'm gonna use on this tree, I've got these 2 as my main ribbon through the body. The pink one's gonna be my main ribbon. I love the quilted texture. And then I'm gonna pair this one underneath. So a lot of times, whatever I want to be the star of the show, that's my top layer. And then my second layer, or the bottom, basically supports the top layer. So this is just a nice textural, it's a champagne glitter mesh. So that'll go under the pink. And then I'm gonna hang on to this until the end, But since we're going with kind of a preppy, girly look, and bows are so on trend right now, we're gonna add in some unwired velvet and do some little cute kind of drapey bows at the end of the design. So I'll set that aside and then we'll move into our ribbon. So as I mentioned earlier, we're gonna pop some ribbon right in here, and then that's gonna create our transition spot. So what I'll do, I'll start with the tail. I've got the ribbon just on top of each other. It's like I'm working them together. So create a tail. Then we're gonna fold it to make a loop, and then we're gonna twist. So that's bringing that pretty side back to the top, and then we're gonna do another loop and a twist. So see how pretty that is? So that'll pop right in there, and then we'll start a series of loops and billows. So what I wanna do, I'm gonna kinda open the greenery up. I'm gonna use the branches of the tree to hold it in place. Now you could use floral wire. I really don't think you need to. The trees are sufficient. So that's generally what I do. Just kinda tuck it in and then wrap that around. Now to get a nice decorative edge, I'm gonna fold the tail, and then I can come in and do a diagonal cut. That's called a fishtail, and it's just a nice little decorative finish. Guys, this is a great quality wired ribbon, so you can see if I fold it, it's gonna hold its shape really nice. So what we're doing now is we're running our hand along the ribbon to create a billowed effect. So coming out of the bow, this is all one continuous piece. We're gonna go down a couple rows of branches, and then we're gonna tuck this a little bit deep into the branches, wrapping the greenery around it to hold it in place. And then you wanna open this up so you're getting both. Now I could cut here, but I'm actually gonna go into a second billow, so I'll run my hand along. We're gonna just tuck and wrap. And see, I've got this one is going a little more to that side, so this one's gonna come over here. And then what I can do is I'm gonna go ahead and do that decorative finish and cut a tail. All right, now we're just continuing that process. We've got an adorable bow going into 2 billows. I'm moving over to the side now, and that's where I'm gonna start my second series of loops and billows. So for this one, instead of a 2-loop bow, I think I'm just gonna go right into a 1 loop. So I'll leave a tail, pinch, and then we're doing that fold to get the loop. And then I just wanna twist to bring that forward. See how pretty that looks? All right, and then we're gonna take that and we're gonna, since we're there, we're coming to here. We're going in about half of the row, using the branches of the tree itself to wrap it in. You just wanna fluff out your loop, and then we're gonna go into a billow similar to this. And I don't have a lot of ribbon left on this pink one. This is a 5-yard roll. And this is where you can just be really organic with your design. So since it's a shorter run, I'm just gonna come down maybe like 1 row, tuck that in. So I'm still creating a billow, it's just a smaller billow. And then I will cut a tail. And y'all, I know ribbon can be really intimidating, but don't let it be. Cutting your ribbon, I know that's scary, but it does give you a lot of control over the placement, and it actually makes your ribbon go farther than if you were to use 1 roll and go all the way around. All right, so I'm loving the way that's looking. I'm basically gonna continue this process. I'll jump over here and we'll work in series of loops, tails, and billows. My ribbon layer is done. I'm moving into step 3, which is my floral and spray layer. This layer is amazing because it's really where all the texture and dimension comes into your tree. Picks and sprays are great for adding that. So we're gonna talk about how to work with them, including a technique that I call floral clustering. So at the beginning, when we did the topper, I used these 3 stems along with the floral. So at the beginning in the topper layer, we used these 3 stems, the champagne leaf and the floral as well. This time we're gonna marry them together and we're gonna insert them into the tree as 1 piece. So what I mean by that, we're gonna kind of layer them essentially. So I'm laying it on top, I'm gonna pull some forward so it looks like 1 piece. And then I'm gonna come in with my floral stem, and I'm laying it along the spine and angling it kind of up and out. So see, it looks like that. Now I can kind of combine them like this. What this does is it creates like one piece essentially. So, you know, next year, whenever I go to start my tree design again, I can just pull it out as one piece, which is awesome. So I'm gonna zigzag through the tree. I'll start kind of up in this corner here in this pocket, and then we'll come down here in the middle and move through in that form. Now, if your stem is too long for the top of your tree, you can bend it, and I often bend it. So it just makes this shorter stem. You can actually cut it too, that works as well. And then we are gonna angle this kind of up so that it cascades down. And then I'm using an actual branch of the tree to kind of hold it in place. And then you can pull, you know, some of the stems forward to get the placement you like. But see, this is what I mean when I talk about the texture. The pieces are extending beyond the length of your branches, and that's what makes it so interesting and fun. So now that my clusters are placed, I'm gonna come in with a few single stem styles. I love this new one. This is new for 2024. Big, beautiful blue floral stem. And then this one's really fun with the sprinkles. So now essentially I'm gonna kind of come zigzag opposite where those are placed, working one style at a time. So I'm gonna place all my blue, and then I'll come in with these. I'm using 9 of each of these styles on my 9-foot tree. So that is a good rule of thumb if you want kind of this mid-level of coverage, mid to full level of coverage. If you like a really full tree, or if you're decorating all the way around, use that as your starting point and then increase up. If you like it less full, use that as your starting point and decrease down. All my florals are placed. We're gonna come in now with some sprays. So the same ones we used in the topper, we're gonna use these as fillers. We're just running them up the branch and allowing them to cascade down. So that's gonna give this tree a lot of interest. I've got 9 pieces of each of these 3 sprays for the body of the tree. I'm gonna go ahead and place those now. Step 3 is finished. I love the way it looks with all of my floral and sprays placed. We're going into step 4, which is our ornaments. And I usually like to start ornaments with my biggest pieces first. Shatterproof is a great staple. I use it in basically every design. I'm gonna use this misty blue in this one to kind of pull the colors together. And then I just thought these were super fun, different textures. So I'll place my shatterproof first. I'm gonna come in with these next. And then I have some really fun, unique pieces to finish it off. Now, when I place shatterproof, rather than going out to the tip, this is great filler. So we're actually gonna work into the branch a little bit. And I'm using a floral wire to hang it close. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place our last layer of ornament. So these are our more specialized ones. We've got some gorgeous glass, a champagne textured ball, fun sprinkled ball, and then these cute candy canes. I'm gonna place the balls first, and then I'll come in with the last styles. Again, we're just kind of zigzagging through the tree, and then we'll end with the accent ribbon that I showed you at the beginning of the video. All right, all of my ornaments are placed. We're moving into the very last part of the design, which is my accent ribbon. I'm so into the drapey velvets right now. It's a huge trend. So we're gonna create some kind of preppy, drapey bows that we can fill in little holes and pockets in this tree. So super simple. So it's similar to the ribbon that we placed on the tree, but I'm basically just creating a loop. Then I'll twist, and then another loop, and then a twist. And then we'll use a little bit of floral wire to wrap around the center. And then we'll just cut with that decorative fold that we did earlier. And now we're just gonna come in, I'll find some little pockets, and then we're gonna use the floral wire to wrap it onto the branch. So I love the way it pulls the color of the design together. Just a really fun and simple detail. So I have one roll of the accents. I'm gonna go ahead and create a bunch more bows and just kind of place them throughout the design. All right, you guys, I just placed the last bit of my ribbon. In case you're wondering, I got 6 of those 2-loop bows out of one 10-yard bolt of that ribbon. If you want a few more, if you're going all the way around, I just grab another bolt. We have that in many different colors. We are so glad you joined us today. We hope you loved our 4-step process. This is our Santa Sweet Shop bundle. It's available at decoratorswarehouse.com. Comes with all of the decor. So the ribbon flowers, ornament sprays that you see here, but not the tree. And we ship it to you. And of course you have already watched the tutorial, so you know how to put it together. And you're gonna be a pro in no time. Also, if you like individual pieces or parts of this design, you can find those at decoratorswarehouse.com. Be sure to hit subscribe and we'll see you next time.